Welcome into Sosa's Steam Room. We're talking the Cubs dominating baseball, the Bears draft results, Blake being happy, NBA draft lottery stuff, and Blake's pick to win the Stanley Cup. Hit it. What's up, everybody? Hello, everyone. My name is Drew Edstrom, and the other co-host of this podcast is Blake Van Pocky.
Hello, podcast listeners.
Blake, do you have anything to say to the people this evening?
I am done with school. Well, not yet, but I am happy.
Blake's a happy man
Believe it or
because
not,
he
I'm
just
happy.
finished up a big final. I have my big senior capstone project tomorrow,
Yep.
and we're almost done. I'm almost done with everything in the world. Blake still has...
In the world? You completed everything in the world.
Yes, I've done it all.
All right, I believe it.
But Blake is almost done with his semester here, and I'm almost graduated. So,
Well, congratulations, Drew.
well, we still have another. All right,
Andrew
For those of you
Edstrom.
who don't know,
Andrew Miller, Edstrom.
no. For some of you who don't know, I am going to work up in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. So that means that we're going to have to take this show on the road. No, we're not leaving you.
And it means if you're in that area, you better vacate.
Yeah, you better get the hell out of
You better
there
get out
because
of
Drew's
there.
coming. But yeah, moving up to the Upper Peninsula starting late May. So we only have one more episode together, Blake and I, this friendship that we have developed over the past several years. It's a sad time. It'll have to
Sad day.
go on a little bit of a vacation, but Sosa Steam Run will still be a thing.
We'll be back.
We'll both be pumping out content in regards to the Blackhawks, Bears, and Bulls on my end, and we will.
No Cubs, though. We don't care about
I mean,
the Cubs at all.
We just don't write about the Cubs, but we love the Cubs. But we'll keep on pumping out content and some new stuff too, because now I'm done with school, so I can just focus on writing
Everything
and
else.
podcasting and stuff like that. So that's
There you
a
go.
beautiful thing. And a couple things you need to know. We love emails. Shoot us an email at sosasteamroom@gmail.com. We have a Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram page. Just search Sosa Steam Room. We also have personal Twitter accounts. My Twitter handle at DN Edstrom, and Blake, your Twitter handle.
At Soldier Field and BLG.
That's a BLG if you couldn't hear it.
Big
Also,
Green Giant.
sosasteamroom.com. Great website. Check that out. We also have a Patreon page, so if you would like to support and give us money.
If you want to give us money, go to Patreon.
Go to Patreon.
We
hook
will
us up.
take your money.
And pretty soon we'll be able to donate monies to some of your
Monies.
creative ventures, considering that I will have a full-time job.
Yes.
All right, Blake, let's hop into this here. We're talking some Cubs. 20-6, best record in the MLB, and they're on pace to set an MLB all-time record in run differential. Just straight up destroying teams. But let's give people a little bit of a recap of what went on this week.
Yeah.
This past week since we recorded last. The Cubs had a series with the Brewers, the game that we went to on April 28th, and they won 7-2. We got to see
That was some fun.
David Ross hit one on the Waveland,
That's all I've ever wanted.
and it was amazing. And we got to watch.
He crushed that ball.
And yeah, we did.
He
Yeah,
hit the
did.
Nuveen sign. The first one to
He
do
hit it through
He
the
almost
Nuveen
did.
sign.
He almost hit it.
He killed that.
He
baseball.
killed that ball.
The ball's dead. But we also got to see Jake Arrieta pitch, and
Jake Day.
it was a Jake day.
Hashtag Jake Day.
And of
Get it
course,
trending every day.
he kind of showed that he was a human, and he did give up an earned run.
Yeah.
But, that's okay because we won the game, and the Cubs are rolling. It was super cold. Blake was really cold, the wind.
Yeah, I didn't
And
dress
everything.
accordingly.
Neither did I,
My father
really.
would have frowned upon that.
It's for you, Rory. Buy a hoodie next time. So after that Brewers series, the Cubs went on to split 2 with the Braves. There's a bunch of rain going on, a bunch of bad weather. It's April at Wrigley Field. So, it's kind of going to happen from time to time, different rainouts, stuff like that. They wanted to split one with the Braves, which wasn't great.
Almost came back and won the second game.
Yeah, they did. That's something with this team that I like is they always show fight.
Yeah.
they're never completely out of a game. And even if they're down 4 runs in the 9th, I know that there's a chance they're going to put up a 5-spot and win.
They got down 5-0 against the Reds in that one series. Almost came back and won. I think it was 5-4. And then same with the Braves. So it's good to see.
Yeah, I mean, they just fight.
They fight.
And they have that killer instinct
The one
as
word.
well.
First word that comes to your mind. 3, 2, 1. Relentless. I thought you...
I didn't even say anything. About fight? What's the first word that comes to my mind when I think about fight?
The Cubs, not about fight.
I would say good. I would
Good?
say good
They're
team.
only a good team.
They're a great team.
They're going to outscore teams by 576 runs or whatever.
I don't think that will end up happening. I think they'll...
Hey, on-pace stats are never wrong. Ever.
Okay, are we buying too much into this hype right now?
No, we're not.
Why?
Because every aspect of this team is loaded, from the bullpen to the starting pitching to the lineup. I mean, there's not really a hole anywhere. So right now, I mean, unless something crazy happens or these little injuries keep popping up, I mean, I don't see anything really derailing them right now. I mean, if Kyle Schwarber can derail them, his injury, like what can at this point?
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, we've talked about it on here before, but just the depth factor.
Mm-hmm.
It's all there for this team. And honestly, when you don't have guys like Rizzo and Hayward and Zobrist and some other guys hitting for average,
mm-hmm.
and you think about, like, they haven't really, like, Rizzo is knocking balls out of the yard. But you think of Hayward and Zobrist, who haven't really been hitting for power yet on this team. Oh, my God. They've been doing this without Montero, too.
Yep.
But let's keep moving forward. We'll get back to this for a second. So after that Braves ugly split, they go on to Pittsburgh and just completely dismantle the Pittsburgh Pirates.
One of the more satisfying series in a while.
Absolutely. They win 7-2, 7-1, and then 6-2 earlier today. And
okay, this team's so good that it almost makes it boring because they're so good. They win every game by 6 runs. They get up 6-0, and then it's kind of just, wait until the end of the game to get the win.
From what I've seen, this Pittsburgh team has absolutely no confidence when going up against the Cubs.
Mm-hmm.
You saw they had a couple of chances early in these past couple games to really bounce on the Cubs and be like, we're fighting back. No fight really from that Pittsburgh side of things.
Well, they had those times where they'd put the Cubs starters in a jam, and you saw like the resiliency from Lester and Arrieta to we saw John today. Really, you saw, I think it was the 5th inning. He had bases loaded, no outs, got out of it again, just like that Braves game last week. So, I mean, it says a lot about this pitching staff. And
I mean, the pitching staff has been ridiculous, yes. The bullpen also fantastic.
Yeah.
But I think that just this team's ability to get on base,
it's incredible,
has been unbelievable to watch.
Mm-hmm. They're leading in walks by a very wide margin.
And they're getting starters out early in games.
You see guys with their pitch counts around 80, 90 in the 4th inning. So, I mean, it's really impressive.
It's so much fun to watch. And I could watch Dexter Fowler take a walk all day long.
God, Mr. On-base percentage.
OBP himself.
I mean,
Dex.
Their leadoff hitters have been fantastic. I mean, I feel like there's the first guy is always on. Especially in this last series. I mean, they've been really impressive. I can't say enough.
I just don't see anyone in the Central right now challenging the Cubs with the amount of talent that they have.
I think right now there's 2 teams that I would say are around the same level. And it's the Nationals and it's the Mets. I would say those 2 teams are right there. But I would still put the Cubs a little bit above both those teams.
I would think the Nationals are right around the Cubs level, the Cubs being a little bit better.
Yeah.
The Mets, Matt Harvey has struggled a tad, which has been an interesting storyline to kind of keep an eye on because we've been saying the same thing about the Cubs, how some of their guns haven't been producing.
Yeah.
Their pitching staff could go through a couple bumps in the road. Someone could get hurt, God forbid. And we just never know. Baseball is a funny game.
Yeah.
It has a way of evening itself out from time to time,
yes,
and it's
it does.
cruel from time to time.
Yeah.
So, personally, I don't want to jump the gun considering it just is baseball. And that's how baseball is. But the Nationals have been very impressive, and we get to see the Nationals coming to town this weekend.
Very interesting series coming up.
It's a big one.
I'm excited to see what happens. I'm excited to see how good this Nationals team is. I think we have a good feeling of where this Cubs team is. We still don't exactly know how good this Nationals team is.
I'm waiting for a Cubs team to go up against a good starting unit with a good bullpen as well.
The Cubs are going to win 115 games, and everyone's going to say they haven't played anyone good yet.
That very well could be the case. But here's what I'm waiting for. The Cubs haven't really been in a situation where they've played against a frontline starter and also gone up against a rock solid bullpen.
Yeah.
We'll
probably
really
see
like a
that.
full game effort. In the
Probably see that this
Nationals,
weekend.
they're gonna bring some of that.
Yeah.
And Bryce Harper has even been struggling a little bit as of late. I totally expect him to turn it around. Did he hit a home run today?
He hit a home run, yeah.
Wow, he's good at hitting home runs.
He was on base 3 times, hit a home run. So.
Oh, well, the slump is over,
Yeah.
apparently. I'm paying attention.
Yeah.
But,
It was one game.
coming into Wrigley, that kind of battle for the NL home run title in early May between Anthony Rizzo and Bryce Harper will be fun to watch.
All right, can we talk about Anthony Rizzo for a
Yes.
second? Just this series he had, this last series. I think he had 6 doubles. He had 8 extra base hits. He was in the zone this weekend or this week.
He was. He hit some balls. I didn't realize how strong. I'm spoiled right now because I watch Anthony Rizzo hit a fly ball and I'm like, okay, fly out to right, and it goes all the way to the wall, bounce up. The way that he's driving the ball right now and his strength is. I didn't realize.
I think I know what hit you're talking about. The one where he choked up on it a little and just kind of put a golf swing on it, and it was like.
It was today. It was like a double to deep center, I believe.
I think I know what you're talking about.
But it looks like it's going to be a fly out, and it's all the way to the track.
Yeah, it goes all the way to the wall. He did that a couple times this series. And
he has a ton of strength.
The ball he hit to McCutchen, wow. I want to know the exit velocity on that.
I want to know how many times that ball changed direction.
Yeah.
Because
I still think it's a hit.
If you don't know what we're talking about, earlier, the game against Pittsburgh on Wednesday, Rizzo drove a ball out to center field, and McCutchen, Gold Glover, MVP, all this stuff in center field.
Amazing guy.
The ball looked like it was knuckling on McCutchen.
It definitely knuckled.
But it was moving at such a quick speed that was ridiculous.
Yeah.
McCutchen ended up dropping it.
Should have been
But
a
he
hit.
just smoked it basically 350 feet.
Yeah.
And almost took McCutchen's head off.
And then the next batter, Ben Zobrist.
Dinger.
There you go.
So great stuff against the Pirates. I want to touch on Sean Rodriguez really quick.
Okay.
And how he's an idiot. I just want to say that.
Do you want to talk about the? Did he punch another?
He did not, but he's just an idiot.
Yeah.
I don't know. You weren't there watching it.
Yeah.
I know because this is very creepy. But I was in Blake's apartment today watching. The baseball game.
I heard.
I came by after my class expecting Blake to be there. He was not there. So I just sat with his roommate, and I watched Sean Rodriguez chirp at the Cubs dugout. And I just want to say Sean Rodriguez is an idiot.
He is an idiot.
So we'll get the idiots later in the show.
We should add him to the...
He's there.
Oh, wow, okay.
Not in the hall, but he's in the conversation.
He could. He's a candidate.
He is. Same with Kurt Schilling. We're still kind of on the...
yeah, we'll get together and talk about it.
But something else happened since we recorded last, and it is about the Bears and their draft... the people that they drafted, the players that they drafted.
Yeah, they drafted players, believe it or not.
They did it. Ryan Pace made phone calls to players, and they
answered and said, I want the Bears.
Sure, I got drafted by the Bears.
I want the Bears, okay.
And from my perspective, I think the Bears did a fantastic job in the draft.
Yes. Very excited.
A lot on the defensive end as well, and they got things started with the outside linebacker out of Georgia, Leonard Floyd. Blake, your thoughts on the pick? Because I definitely have thoughts on this pick.
I have a lot of thoughts on this pick, too. I would say this one, for where he was drafted, probably the most iffy one of the group. But when you consider his upside, you consider his athletic ability and his measurables, the pick makes sense because we've seen what Vic Fangio can do with guys like that. So... For me, I mean, the jury's going to be out there until